Hey, howdy. I'm going to try to do a really fast demonstration, making a really quick little figure 4 deadfall with the Badass Outdoors knife here. I have a kind of a small capacity SD card on this camera, so I got to go fast. This is a little piece of striped maple, a little sapling actually I just cut down. And you can see I just bent it over, and I'm telling you, I just tapped it with this blade, and it just sailed right through. And this isn't the hardest wood you've ever seen, but still, that's pretty impressive that this thing would just go straight through in that way. Kind of cool. So I'm just going to quick get one of these banged out here, and I'll just make some comments as I go that might be relevant to the performance of the blade. And first of all, I'm going to clean off some of this stuff. You know, this is not what I'd consider to be a chopper, by virtue of the fact that it's kind of small. So with a blade that I would consider to be a chopper, that has a larger blade and a heavier blade, naturally, you know, even if your edge is going dull a little bit, you can still keep on chopping and kind of power through the material by virtue of the size of the blade. So this doesn't really, in my book, this doesn't really fit that description. However, it chops really, really well on small applications like this. So it's actually very impressive. So as long as you can keep your edge up, you can do some easy chopping. And in fact, I'm sure you can do some pretty sizable chopping tasks as well. I just think that it wouldn't really, you know, last forever in that capacity. You know, sooner or later, if you dull your edge, it's going to get harder and harder to do that. And if you count on this as your chopper, then you don't have a chopper anymore. So, all right, enough jabber. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this. You can see the material flying there. This little sucker likes to cut. I'm going to make that my diagonal piece. This will be my upright stick. Boy, this is going to be one down and dirty deadfall. Actually, I don't love that. I'm going to use this thing, actually. I'm going to make this the diagonal. Whew, look at that. And I'm going to use this for the vertical. Should have made that a little shorter. In fact, I think I'm going to right now. And this is, don't forget, this is a race to the finish. I gotta finish this before the little SD card here is out of room. This knife is just a real treat to use. It's very solidly built, and it's just got an awesome geometry, really nice ergonomic feel in the handle. I like it a lot. I like using it very much. And I think I might have to break down and try to get myself one of these sooner or later. Okay. Try to keep that where you can see it. That's nice, man. That's just slicing off these thin little pieces of wood. Really cool. Really super nice. Really fun to work with. Look at how that slices. I took a video of myself slicing up some cheese and stuff with this blade, because you definitely would want to incorporate this knife into the kitchen duties on any kind of a trip that you'd be on. Slicing up meat, if you brought some cheese along, something like that. And also, I'm not going to have the opportunity to do this to show you, but I'm pretty positive you'd have an easy time cutting up animals as well with this little guy. I'm hoping one of the other reviewers will get the chance to maybe do a little bit of that. I'd love to see it. Yeah, I don't know. Get back to that. This is a race to the finish. Square that up. Okay. That looks good. Boy, this is going to be a very weirdly kind of out of proportion looking little figure 4. But again, this isn't going to go into use in the field. I'm just going to use it as an example. See this too? Normally with Scandi blades I try to avoid doing this, the Scandinavian style grind on there. I try to avoid this kind of a thing where when the edge is down in the wood, like that, to then take it and pry to the outside, because I have a couple of lesser Scandinavian style blades, and I have had a couple of other ones where that kind of thing, pushing it in and prying out to the side, I've actually chipped little pieces of the edge out, but there's no way you're going to do it with this thing. This is just a good, rugged knife. I mean, I would expect under extreme duress, it could happen, but boy, I think it would require just a lot of force and a lot of misuse for it to happen. If you know how to use your knife and take care of your knife, you shouldn't have any kind of problem with this baby. This is awesome. Where am I here? Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted. Again, please, I'd like to emphasize this is for demonstration purposes only. This is not going to be a work of art, not even close. Hey, something else. I've been playing around with this thing, in some real projects, and also just some kind of messing around with it ever since Stitch and Matt Keating sent it to me, and I haven't sharpened it, and this thing just is going strong. It stays sharp. It's truly awesome. I think I'm still filming. As far as I know, the camera is still in operation. Okay. Look at that nice curl of wood. That's a sharp knife that does something like that. You don't get that with a stinky little blade. This is the real thing. Where am I here? It's this guy. Boy, it's going to look wacky. But we don't really care how it looks. We just want it to work. Isn't that right, hoodlums? Take that down a little more. Let's try that. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. And where'd I go here? This way. I hate rushing. I do not like rushing. Ask anybody that knows me. I take forever to do everything because I think it's important to do a good job on everything. And sometimes when I have to rush, it leaves me feeling very flustered, and I don't like to feel flustered. Okay, I think that's about right. I'm just going to go for it. Moment of truth. Let's see if my little wham bang wham figure 4 deadfall actually works. Where am I here? Oh boy, I screwed that up. I'm going to do that again. I have to change that. Wow. I think I'm going to change a couple of things here now that I messed it up that bad. But my angles are all the way off here. Whew. Man, a lesser man wouldn't show you that he made that particular screw up. So, but I'm showing it to you. And that's what you get when you rush. Doggone it, that's what I'm talking about. My grandfather used to say, the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. And I used to think that was just kind of old man code language, but I have found in recent years that he's absolutely correct, or was absolutely correct. There's a little bit of grandpa style wisdom for you there. Enjoy. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up again here. Alright, that's about right. Okay. I think I'm still filming. Come on, baby. And there you have it. There is a really down and dirty figure 4 deadfall, courtesy of the Badass Outdoors knife, a knife I like very, very much. Really a great tool, very, very solidly built. I normally don't care for stainless steel blades. This thing is just awesome. Let's hear it for Jason Stout and the designers, which I guess are comprised mainly of Matt Keating. I'm not sure who else pitched in to design this guy, but great job, guys. This is really, really a winner, and worth every penny. I have some extra time on this thing, so I'm going to show you this the tapered tang here. I am not a knife expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I believe what that's for is that when you taper it out, you reduce the weight in the tang, and you create more of a weight-forward kind of an attitude about it, and it will just lend itself more to light chopping tasks and stuff. Yeah, this is a real winner. Nothing else to say about it, frankly. It does everything it's supposed to do. I'll be posting some pictures of some simple batoning tasks I did with it, and it cruises right through any material you put it up against. And it's awesome. Great job, guys. I love it. A+.